I've been in the ovarian cancer research field for more than 20 years. It's a cause that's very close to my heart. 5 years ago, in 2020, I was prepping to run my first half marathon, which got canceled because of COVID. So then I thought I would do it by myself regardless, and thought that I would just tack on a fundraiser. It was kind of a spur of the moment decision, and I got a lot of support. Within like 3 weeks I raised, I think, $1,800, which seemed amazing to me at the time. So it just slowly evolved, and it was purely a passion project, and each year it's gotten bigger and bigger. While it started as more of a personal physical challenge, it has evolved more into a real sense of community. It's a really incredible feeling of community, and like we're all in this together. Every year in Canada, between 3,000 and 3,100 women and people born with ovaries are diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Unfortunately, the survival statistics in terms of 5-year survival is less than 50%, and it has been that for close to 60 years, 60. Although in terms of how women live while they're going through it, that has improved, and they are living longer. It's just that ultimate statistic has not yet changed, so that is what we're really working on. Everyone, regardless of distance, starts at the same time and in the same direction. Some people will end at 5K, others at 10, 21, or 31, but we all do that first loop together, and I've basically timed it so that you get a beautiful sunrise. I always say it's a serious cause, but the day is fun and joyful, and so 100% of funds go to Ovarian Cancer Canada, and Ovarian Cancer Canada is the only national charity dedicated to ovarian cancer. Our goal is to get to the $100,000 mark this year. I think we can do it. I hope we can do it.
Oma's Ride is a cycling event that's happening out here at Quails Brewery. It was inspired by Oma herself. Oma is the grandmother of the CEO of the Alzheimer Society of Simcoe County, Anne-Marie Kungle. She implemented this ride in honor of her Oma and in order to help other people who are struggling with dementia. We've been in the community for 40 years now, and everything that we do is for the community. So Oma's Ride is going to help us with fundraising efforts, obviously, but it is more about connecting the community back to doing an event together, and all for the same reason. Most of us have been touched by Alzheimer's in some way, dementia in some way, and I feel like this really brings that group of people together to keep those services going that we have happening here at the Society. The routes are going to start here at beautiful Quails Brewery, and we have the 20, 50, and 100-kilometer routes available. So it doesn't matter what your abilities are as a cyclist, you can come out and participate. The event will start here with registration, with everyone picking up their kit bag and going through a safety meeting. The 20, 50, and 100-kilometer routes are going to go through Oro-Medonte, Severn, and Georgian Bay Township. So if you're an avid cycler, this is going to be a challenge. If you do the 100-kilometer route, you're going to be gone for a few hours, but you're going to come back and you're going to have a lovely lunch here, hosted by Quails Brewery staff. We have seen a wonderful increase in community involvement. There's so many local businesses that have offered to help us out this year. We have a silent auction happening on site that day, and it is filled with things that are donated from the community. We are super pleased to see that registration is up from our last year. Last year was our inaugural ride, and this year will be our second event. Key goals are always going to be awareness, because the wait lists are growing at our society. We know that there is an upward trend of how many people are going to be affected by dementia in the very near future. So the awareness base of what we do for the Society's purpose, the programs and services that we provide, which are all entirely free, no matter if you're a caregiver, a family member, or somebody who's affected by dementia, this ride is going to help you, because all of those services are free to you.
While Simcoe County We generate $1.2 billion worth of economic activity. We have 1,842 farms. There's over 50,000 farms in Ontario. There's over $58 billion worth of economic activity. We export $26 billion worth of products. The Canadian farmers work and interact with farmers. We don't rely on huge subsidies. Our neighbors south of the border have become accustomed to that. I think like the U.S. Farm Bill, we can compete with farmers. What we can't compete with is the U.S. Treasury. I think the challenges that we have is twofold. First of all is Mother Nature and the weather, and markets and whatnot. We're price takers, we're not price setters. With the drought that we've had in central Ontario here, or most of Ontario this year, you've seen yields down substantially, anywhere from 50 to 20 to 50%. Depends on where you are. I think too, markets and the price offshore, the markets have really tanked. A lot to do with outside our boundaries. China hasn't been buying off us. They've put tariffs on our canola and whatnot. That was a big hit for rural, the western provinces and whatnot, and things like that. So it's the unknown. The pressures that we have is financial, and uncertainty is where lies right now. Unequivocally, Canadians enjoy probably the safest, most economical, dependable food delivery system in the world, period. There is, I guess, a challenge and whatnot, but supporting Canadian products, we have the best here. I don't care. I might be blowing my own horn, but I still think we do a real bang-up job, and always have.
So St. John Ambulance is one of the world's oldest organizations with roots dating back to the Crusades. And we've been in Canada since 1883, doing first aid training to the public to help people be safe when they're at home, work, and play. And we also have community service programs serving everybody from pretty much birth to the grave. So our community service programs, we really have 4 key programs. We have our youth services working on developing leadership skills, learning first aid skills, and getting youth involved with the community. Our car seat education program, keeping families safe on the road, making sure parents know how to install a car seat and make sure everyone's safe. Our medical first responders are volunteers that go out to community events and provide first aid if someone is to get injured. They're there to help. And then our therapy dogs, which most people love the most, is people that have pets at home that they want to share with people who are in hospitals, nursing homes, retirement centers, and they'll do regular visits to those facilities with their dogs. So first aid's a skill you never want to use, but you want to make sure you know it so that if you do have to use it, you're there, you're able to help, and it can really make a difference where it can save someone's life. It definitely means the difference between somebody just dealing with a medical injury or losing that person you love. So you can contact your local branch. In York, Simcoe, Muskoka, we have 2 locations, one in Barrie and one in Richmond Hill. And you can also visit our website, sja.ca. Lots of information there, and it will connect you to other branches if you're not close to Barrie or Richmond Hill, right across the country.
Want to share news from your area? We'd love to hear from you. Email us with your community updates and be part of the conversation.